Hello, and welcome to our promotional ceremony. I guess we call this the fall promotional ceremony, where we're going to honor these 10 individuals, and they're going to get their badges. My name's Jim Kennel. I'm the Assistant Chief in charge of Emergency Services, and I'd like to welcome everybody here today. We're going to start off by our honor guard's going to come in and post colors, and we'll follow that with the Pledge of Allegiance. Post colors. Ready? Post. Recover. Face. Face. Present arms. Please rise. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Arms. Right. Face. Forward. Mark. Left. 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 Right. Left. 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 Right. Thank you. Please be seated. I'd like to start off today by introducing to you some of our dignitaries that are with us here today. We have Council Member Mitchell J. Brown, Council Member Michael Stenziano. We have Safety Director Dr. Ned Pettis, Jr. In the audience, Assistant Director, Safety Director Kathy Collins. We have with us Fire Chief Kevin O'Connor. We have Assistant Chief Richard Ballard, Assistant Chief David Whiting, and we have with us our 3-unit Deputy Chief, Sean Kozer. Thank you for being here today. Again, the purpose of our event today is to honor these 10 individuals who are our latest promotees in the Division of Fire. And I'm going to start off, I just have a couple remarks here before we jump right into this and we hear from some of our other dignitaries. I'm going to give you some words of wisdom as your ES Chief. And this is coming from an individual that we lost in the fire service. His name is Alan Brunacini. He's written many of the books that you guys have studied to get promoted. And he set many of the fire service standards that we currently follow, like the ICS system. And so to honor him, I'd like to talk a little bit about some of the great things that he's done in the fire service and how it can relate to you guys and how you guys can use some of the concepts that he believes in and he's preached over the years. He was a very advocate for the firefighter safety and also customer service. He referred to the customers as Mrs. Smith, as you all know. That's a famous quote of his. And those are the people that you guys are basically paid to serve, and you've taken an oath to serve. And I share with you a question that he would often ask of aspiring leaders like yourselves of the fire service. And that question is, he'd always ask the question, and then he provides the answer, and I'm going to share that with you here today. What can you change in the fire service, he would always ask in a lot of conferences. And then he'd follow that up with anything that you're big enough to change. And so what's he mean by big enough to change? And what he means by that, and he shares stories over the years. He started the fire service in 1958, and he did 44 years in the Phoenix Fire Department. And again, a lot of what he did and what he preached is what we use today. And so what he means by being big enough and being able to make changes is having the courage, the persistence, the patience, and also willing to not be popular at times. And being in a leadership role, you'll be faced with that on a regular basis. He had a clear vision with an eye on the goal, and you have to be willing to fail at times. And so, if it serves Mrs. Smith, as Alan Brunacini put it, well, and it takes care of your most important asset, our most important asset, which is our people, then it's the right thing to do, and you can make it any change in the fire service that you desire. So my message to you is keep pushing forward, keep trying to do the right thing, and make the changes where you need to make changes. So congratulations, and thank you for your dedication and service. At this time, I'd like to call up to the podium for some remarks of Dr. Ned Pettis, Jr., Public Safety Director.
Thank you, Chief. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Mayor Ginther and the Department of Public Safety, I'd like to welcome our new officers, their friends, associates, and family. This is a day of celebration as we officially recognize the promotion of individuals who have worked very hard to get to this moment. Flexibility. I ask that you keep that word in mind. Flexibility, as defined by the dictionary, is 1, capable of being bent, usually without breaking, and 2, susceptible to modification or adaptation. Adaptable. We teach you in the Training Academy to be both flexible and rigid, to be able to adapt to a situation, all while following the rules and procedures that are based upon best practices. Why do we do that? We do that because, as a firefighter, you are confronted with situations over which you do not have full control, situations that are ever evolving. No two working fires or EMS responses evolve the same way. And while we give you the tools to assess the situation or address it, it is your training, experience, and leadership that guide how you manage that incident. Now, you are the leaders. You've taken on the responsibility of understanding when it is appropriate to be flexible and when it is necessary to be rigid. Others will look to you to take them to a place they normally would not go by themselves. Continue to present yourself in both your professional and your personal life as a leader. You are here because you worked hard, you studied hard, and earned the right to lead. Remember, a person doesn't need to be an officer to be a leader. On the contrary, leaders are often apparent long before they earn a title. It's just today that we are acknowledging the presentation of the title. You are the future of a progressive division of fire. flexibility in an ever-changing world, ever-changing city, and an ever-changing division. In order to survive, you must remain flexible. These are changing times, and you must change with them. I urge you to continue on your promotional path. As President John F. Kennedy said, leadership and learning are indispensable to each other. Continue to study, learn new techniques, and open your mind to new ideas. To the families and friends and associates sitting here today, thank you for sharing your loved one with the Department of Public Safety, Division of Fire, and this great city. You too have sacrificed and undoubtedly will continue to sacrifice as these officers continue in their chosen career. To the newly promoted, as you leave here today, I challenge you to balance the flexibility of your position with the structure of the division to continue to make the Columbus Division of Fire the best fire department in the country. If you accept this challenge, please prepare yourself for the oath of office. Will the battalion chief candidates please join me on the stage? Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and state your name,
Paul Hunley,
Aaron Thomas Hagman,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will
that I will
support
support
the Constitution of the United States of America
the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution and laws
and the Constitution and laws
of the State of Ohio
of the State of Ohio
and the laws and ordinances
and the laws and ordinances
of the City of Columbus
of the City of Columbus
and the rules and regulations
and
and
the
the
rules and regulations
of the Department of Public Safety,
of the
Department of Public Safety,
Division of Fire,
Division of Fire,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the Office of Battalion Chief,
of the Office of Battalion Chief,
Division of Fire,
Division of Fire,
Department of Public Safety,
Department of Public Safety,
City of Columbus,
City of Columbus,
Columbus, Ohio,
Columbus, Ohio,
to which I have been appointed
to which I have been appointed
according to law
according to law
and to the best of my ability.
and to the best of my ability.
Ladies and gentlemen, our brand new battalion chiefs. Will the candidates for captain please join me on the stage? Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and state your name, and state your name,
Michael Winden, Aaron David Schunkweiler,
Scott Sanders,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United States of America
of the United States of America
and the Constitution and laws
and the Constitution and laws
of the State of Ohio
of the State of Ohio
and the laws and ordinances
and the laws and ordinances
of the City of Columbus
of the City of Columbus
and the rules and regulations
and the rules and regulations
of the Department of Public Safety,
of the Department of Public Safety,
Division of Fire,
Division of Fire,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the Office of Captain,
of the Office of Captain,
Division of Fire,
Division of Fire,
Department of Public Safety,
Department of Public Safety,
City of Columbus,
City of Columbus,
Columbus, Ohio,
Columbus, Ohio,
to which I have been appointed
to which I have been appointed
according to law
according to law,
and to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Our brand new captains, ladies and gentlemen. the candidates for lieutenant please join me on the stage? Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and state your name,
I, Thomas A. Sauer, Robert O'Neill,
Robert P. Moore,
Jason Marshall, Mark Dolson,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States of America
the
the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution and laws
and
the Constitution and laws
of the State of Ohio
of the
State of Ohio
and the laws and ordinances
and the laws and ordinances
of the City of Columbus
of the City of Columbus
and the rules and regulations
and the rules and regulations
of the Department of Public Safety,
of the Department of Public Safety,
Division of Fire,
Division of Fire,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office of Lieutenant,
of the office of Lieutenant,
Division of Fire,
Division of Fire,
Department of Public Safety,
Department of Public Safety,
City of Columbus,
City of Columbus,
Columbus, Ohio,
Columbus, Ohio,
to which I have been appointed
to which I have been appointed
according to law
according to law
and to the best of my ability.
and to the best of my ability.
Our new lieutenants, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, now comes the fun part where our families get to put our badges on us, okay? Okay, I'd like to announce each honoree, and I will name off the person. They will come up on stage, and as the next person is ready to come up, the families can come and join them, all right? First, I'd like to call up on the stage Battalion Chief Aaron Hagman. Joining Aaron is his wife Christy, assisted by children Nicholas, Claire, and Brooke.
Go there, Mama.
Excellent. Congratulations. Battalion Chief Paul Hunley. Joining Paul on stage, his wife Melinda, assisted by his sons Christopher and Nicholas. Captain Scott Sanders. Pinning Captain Sanders, his wife Suzanne, assisted by children Casey, Josh, and Ella. Captain Aaron Schunkweiler. Aaron will receive his badge from wife Carly, assisted by daughters Harper, Remy, Ella, and Quinn. Captain Michael Winden. Captain Winden will be pinned by son Eli, assisted by his wife Erin and son Sam. Okay, now. Now for our lieutenants. Lieutenant Mark Dolson. Mark will have his badge pinned by wife Jody, assisted by children Connor and Samantha.
Sight probably bad. Lieutenant Jason Marshall. Jason will receive his badge from wife Amy, assisted by his two sons Jacob and Luke. Lieutenant Robert Moore. Lieutenant Moore will have his wife Sarah pin his badge, and she will be assisted by sister Jerry, daughter Kristen, and grandson Jameson. Lieutenant Robert O'Neill. Lieutenant Neal will be pinned by wife Roberta, assisted by children Cassidy and Colby. Lieutenant Thomas Sauer. Lieutenant Sauer will receive his badge from retired Columbus firefighter Thomas Sauer, and he will be assisted by wife Emily and children Paige, Max, and Owen. And that concludes our presentation of badges. Congratulations. I'd like to next call up to the podium our Fire Chief, Kevin O'Connor, for closing remarks.
Good morning, everybody. It's an honor to be a part of this special day here at the Columbus Division of Fire. But let me begin by making sure that we thank the family and friends of these newly sworn-in officers. To all the wives, the children, the moms, the dads, and any other family members of these newly promoted individuals here, thank you. You too played that crucial role by supporting these men as they moved forward in the Division of Fire. It was not easy. Family members often had to be the inspiration. They often had to be the person with the hand at the back, and sometimes the consoler, in saying, "You can do this." Ultimately, these individuals only got here with the help of their family. The journey for them now moves on to the next step in their career, and it could not have happened without your support that you provided them on a daily basis. Therefore, thank you, and on behalf of the Columbus Division of Fire, thank you for bringing us these new leaders in the organization. Today, we congratulate these 10 members who have successfully achieved the milestone of promotion. This ceremony is an indication of what years of hard work and commitment have led to. I know from experience that everyone here seated at some moment had second thoughts. Is this worth it? Can I do this? It came with a lot of devotion, a lot of hard work, constant learning, and constant improving. It's not a small achievement. It is a profound achievement, and you should be proud of what you achieved up to this point in your career. But remember, your career is not over. Now, you're being called on for the role of a leader, to provide leadership. So now, you're a newly promoted officer. Now what? It is your job now to be inspiring, to uphold that purpose greater than anyone's self-interest, particularly your own. When you come on the scene, know that you are there for someone else. You have a mission and a calling. Effective leadership will be provided by cooperation, not coercion. Do this by joining the team. Be a part of that organization you lead, not apart from it. It is better to lead from within than without. It is not about you anymore. It is not I. It is we did, we will, we have, we are the Columbus Division of Fire. Be humble in these takings. Remove your ego enough to learn from others around you, your team, your predecessors, your family, and the citizens of Columbus. Tap into the wisdom of these people and learn from those you lead. Ask more than tell. Recognize the talents of everyone around you and capitalize on it to make everyone better. Respect is earned. Although you earned the promotion you need and you have at this time, you need to earn the respect of those around you. It does not come just with the promotion to leader. Respect is something that every day you will be examined on and determine whether you deserve it. You have to prove every day, every minute that you're deserving of it. Remember that, because you have the unique opportunity as a leader to not only be in a position of leadership, but to live with the individuals you will be living. So 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, when you're in that engine house, when you're at home, Any one action could be that point that makes you the leader or makes you the follower, and you lose that respect. Keep that in mind. Service and support is the cornerstone of this leadership. Put others first in defining how you will lead and fulfill your role. Provide that encouragement, that realistic optimism, and most importantly, that safety your crew demands. As you move in on the fire, your hand on their back, or just saying we got this, lets those around you know you have the confidence and the leadership to provide them the support they need. Leave your ego at the door. Be gracious. Be thankful that the role you are in and that you have and been placed into to lead others. It is an honor. Share your gratitude to people every day. Let them know you will lead and work and sacrifice to make them and the organization better. Beginning today, the citizens of Columbus will rely on you not only to answer that call for help, but to lead those others in that undertaking. They will call when they are scared and in danger. They call because they know they can entrust you with the most important assets, themselves, their family, their possessions. Don't let them down. Remember, with promotion, you have volunteered to accept responsibility for others. Your promotion reflects that confidence that the mayor, city council, the safety director, the citizens of Columbus, and the entire Columbus Division of Fire has placed in you. Don't let us down. The work does not end with your promotion. Whether it is to the rank of lieutenant or captain or battalion chief, the title is just a portion of this new position. You will also have the title of teacher, mentor, role model, and most importantly, you will develop to be that leader. Not just leaders to the members of the division, but leaders to members of the community. Beginning today, the citizens of Columbus, as well as the city and fire administration, will expect you to lead men and women in your command and hold you to that higher standard. As an effective leader, your job is to recognize your authority as a valuable and necessary tool when used judiciously, and then invoke that authority extremely sparingly. Instead, by using the power that you have earned to create a climate of trust, cooperation, and accomplishment in which people are positively motivated to pursue their own goals and goals of the organization, will be the better leader. Decide what impact you will have as you move forward in your career. As you begin this new role as an officer in the Division of Fire, you will positively impact not only the members of your crew, but the lives of citizens and visitors of the city of Columbus during their worst of times. This is what is expected of you as officers of the Division of Fire. However, the impact you will have will go beyond responding to that emergency call. Inspiring others is the mark of that effective leader. Motivation will be done by example and guidance, not by issuing commands. Crews depend on that leader to tell them where they are going, why they are going, and how they are going to get there. Remember, lead by that example. Do the right thing the right way all the time sends no clearer message to your crews. There are no shortcuts. By taking the oath of your new rank, it signified that you agreed to that commitment to put others above yourself. Nevertheless, just as importantly, it signifies your understanding that you are going to be held accountable and hold those you command accountable to do the right thing, always. Keep moving forward and guided by these rules, your sworn oath, and the mission of the Division of Fire. Until the day you retire, you will be in the public eye. Every action you take or do not take will be subject to intense scrutiny. Always remember that that integrity that you hold is doing that right thing even when no one is watching. I have asked each and every one of you at some point in a conversation about the mission of the Columbus Division of Fire. I do this to every member because this is our guide when no other rule, regulation, procedure applies. The mission of the Columbus Division of Fire is to prevent emergencies through education and inspections, minimizing injury, death, and property destruction due to fire, natural disaster, and other emergencies, minimizing injury, death, and suffering by providing timely and effective emergency medical care. In order to accomplish this mission, we use these following values to guide our mission: preservation of life and property, safety, personal integrity, professionalism, and respect for others. Effective leaders of an organization know the division's mission and their vision, as well as the rules and regulations to achieve that. They also know how this role fits into that bigger picture and the part they play in the division's continued success. Becoming an effective leader has not just been passing the test. Just as you continuously hone your skills as a firefighter or EMS provider, leadership requires constant skill development. Take the time to learn and perfect until you become part of you. Now is not the time to stop learning. Keep building on the foundation that you created while studying for the promotional test. Don't get complacent. Seek out other officers as mentors, not only for their leadership and knowledge, but also for their character, their compassion, and their judgment. It is now your responsibility to help others become not other better firefighters, but future leaders of the Division of Fire. You are setting that example. Just as others have helped you get to this point, your career, pay it forward by helping others in their journey to become leaders. Whether it's future leaders or in their role as firefighters, great leaders make other leaders, not followers. The community requires this of you as well. Along with giving back to other firefighters, I am asking you to stay involved and to keep giving back to the community you serve. All of you, after this promotion takes place, will be leaving your familiar station and relocating to other neighborhoods around the city of Columbus. Reach out to those communities and civic leaders and ask, what can the Division of Fire do for you and your neighborhood? Get involved. Let them know that there are firefighters not only there to protect them, but are part of that neighborhood. Children will look up to you. Neighbors will call you when they don't know what to do. Our firefighter paramedics will rely on you in the field every day to have their back and to lead and support them in their actions. Make them proud. Finally, I can remember I was sitting where you are many times throughout my career. Today, your journey takes another important step. Whether this is your first promotion as a lieutenant or the final one before you retire, the decisions you make from now on affect the rest of your career, as well as the men and women that you lead. As an officer, this is where you have to make an impression and have an impact. This is where you set the path that you want to take and the legacy you want to leave. Whatever your career path, you are the newest leaders of the Columbus Division of Fire. Your career and what you will become is in your hands. Safety Director Pettis, Councilmember Brown, Councilmember Stinzianer, I am confident that these men will carry on the great tradition of the Columbus Division of Fire by being those great role models, teachers, and mentors, and most importantly, great leaders of the division while giving back to the citizens of Columbus and making you proud of their actions. Thank you. Congratulations and welcome to the Columbus Division of Fire as the newly promoted officers. Thank you.
Thanks, Chief. Okay, this concludes our ceremony for today. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out, and again, congratulate the promotees, and congratulations to all the family members. Have a great weekend.